Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there we have the High Priestess. This is a very good omen. I think this is a lot of psychic connection. I almost wonder if you have a secret. Is there something that you haven't told somebody? Let's put it into some context. Let's see what's going on here. I feel like this is really, it's kind of like an urging from the universe, kind of like a prompting from the universe that just says, let's open things up. Let's do it, right? Let's see what else we've got going on. Yeah, see a Two of Swords as well. Nine of Pentacles. The Art or Temperance card. An Ace. Fire to earth, right? Fire to earth. I feel like you have this really big idea, this really huge inspiration, this huge, like, absolutely biggest thing you've ever come up with, but you didn't tell them, or you're not revealing it yet. There's someone in your life that you're not sharing this with, right? And then we see that Two of Swords, that it's kind of like, we need to trust in our intuition in this thing. Maybe there's a reason why you're keeping something concealed for now. See, then we've got that Seven of Swords. So I think maybe we're convincing ourselves that, oh, this is not a good idea. They're not going to care. I'm going to get laughed at. Or there's all of these kind of doubts that are creeping in that I think are interfering with your reception of your spiritual divine energy, that intuition. So really with the Two of Swords, it says, stop listening to your own mind that's like doubting you and trying to convince you not to do something. No, this fire to earth, this big idea you have, it's going to be amazing. Right? This is the idea, this is the behavior, and you can't get any better than this. Let's see what else. God, now an Ace of, come on, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Again, there's this kind of, there's this struggle. Nine of Wands and the Death card. Interesting. That's your power card, by the way. That's the Scorpio card. I think that this is something that you need to act on right away. The fire to earth energy is just so powerful. And it's an Ace. This shows me that your idea is pure, that it is connected, that it is straight from spirit, God, goddess, deity. It's absolutely pure, right? Straight from the source. And the way it's manifesting is a Nine of Pentacles. And that is gain, that is progress, that is living your best life. This is something that it's going to change your life forever. It's going to be so good beyond belief. Why wouldn't you tell someone? Like, I don't know who it is that you're not telling, or I don't know why this has remained such a secret. Yeah. Let's select the mystery card. A bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is just going to be, let's see, let's try to get a good shuffle out of it. We're just going to set this down right here. We're going to put Mr. Ed right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is or you have a hunch, put it down in the comments, all right? Maybe that's it. Maybe you need some sort of confirmation. Maybe you are having a lot of doubts. Maybe there are, even with the Seven of Swords, maybe there are some naysayers around you. people challenging you, and maybe they don't know about this particular idea, but it's just kind of what you're used to from them. And so it's kind of clouding our experience of our own intuition. And the intuition really is what is connecting fire to earth. Fire to earth is the ultimate act of creation. You've probably heard me talk about it a million times on this channel. Fire to earth, right? Above to below. It is heaven to earth. It is impulse to behavior. It is idea to implementation. It is will. It is action. It is inspiration, and it is manifestation. And these are the kind of the best versions of each, because the ace is very pure. It basically is connected with source. It is as pure and as connected as you can get. And then the 9, well, it's even better than 10, because this is something that's actually functioning, practical. It's happening. The 10 is kind of like the ideal. If we had an ace and a 10, I would say it looks good. It seems perfect, but how's it actually going to work? Well, the 9 of Pentacles is something working. It is something producing the results that it was meant to produce, right? So I think this is really the best card. This is the perfect fire to earth spiritual manifestation. What usually gets in the way of fire to earth manifestation is our own human mind and our emotions, right? Our thinking and our feeling functions. And we have mostly, if we look around, we have major, major, and major arcana. We have fire. We don't have any water. We've got air, and we've got earth and earth. So it seems like it's not so much the water energy that's getting in the way. It seems like it's the air energy. And to me, that is doubts. To me, that is second-guessing ourselves. To me, that's kind of even energy coming in from outside. Critics, naysayers, people with an opinion. And maybe it's something that you're always used to. Maybe in your life, maybe from a long time, childhood even. Whenever you'd have a great idea and you'd be really jazzed up, really enthusiastic about it, someone would shut it down. Yeah. And I think that maybe over time programs us to kind of keep our enthusiasm to ourselves. And it even can start leading us to doubting ourselves. And we can already hear the naysayers, and now we start to think that's our voice. We start to believe it, right? So I think that's really clouding this intuition that we want to see. And it's the way that you are intuitively going to it's a lot of trust, too. You're going to reveal this thing to the world. Whether that means on a grand scale or just kind of in your life, if it's just something that you're going to block out all of that negative thoughts and words and, communication, and you're going to manifest this thing in your life. And I think it's going to be the best thing that you've ever done, all right? There's a connection with food in your life somewhere. I don't know if this has anything to do with food service or restaurant or maybe you're going to school to be a chef or something. But there is a connection in your family, at least somewhere, with food service or with kitchens. But not just like a family kitchen, but like on a larger scale, restaurant or hotel or something. I'm also seeing Spirit showing me an eagle that's just circling. I don't know if that's one of your spirit animals or power animals. But I feel like the eagle is kind of a good omen for you, a very auspicious omen for you. Is it? Sometimes these details come in, I'm not sure exactly how they connect. And they may be non sequiturs. They may just be ways of validating the energy and offering some synchronicity to some of you. If those details aren't meant for you, don't worry about it. Leave them for the next person. Or they might connect to the reading in some way, and maybe that will be revealed as we go. I also feel like you've never been the most disciplined person. Yeah. And maybe a lot of it has to do with some of this kind of this negative energy that, having great ideas and then they're getting shut down, you know. And maybe that's just kind of led to a lack of discipline in our adult life, okay? But I feel like you are going to embark on this new thing. You are inspired. You are enthused about something. Don't shut it down. Don't let it be shut down. Stoke that fire, okay? Believe in yourself. Trust in yourself, that high priestess. And it may require you to, here I think is part of this with the art or temperance card. It may require you to work on your discipline a little bit, you know? Because I feel like you're going to have a lot of work to do that it's not going to feel like manifesting. It's not going to feel like enthusiasm and fun and fire. It's going to feel like work, you know? But I think it's important for you to go through this process, learn how to learn, right? Discipline yourself so that you can manifest what you want to manifest. The only thing really missing is that the execution, right? The actual activities, the unfolding of that ace of wands, right? And incidentally, we've got that here with the 9 of wands. That is the discipline. That is the resolve. And that is your power and your strength. And you can be that strong because you have that connection with that moon. See, everything connects. The 9 of wands, conscious mind, unconscious mind, consciousness, unconsciousness, intuitive. It's got that lunar connection. And that lunar connection, that's what gives us strength, discipline, focus, resolve, willpower. That's the high priestess. The high priestess is the full moon, fully activated internal spiritual connection, energy. And this is kind of what fuels this process of fire to earth manifesting. That's what is fueling your confidence, your assertiveness, your discipline, your resolve, your willpower. And that's exactly what we need to manifest. And that is how you activate your power, not just in this situation. See, we're learning how to learn. We're not just learning what this is and how to do it, but you're learning how to activate your power so that you can do the next great idea too. Right? You're learning a skill of concentration, focus, discipline, willpower that you can take with you throughout your whole life. Yeah. Let's see. The two of swords is the solution. It's the suspension of the mental activity. It is not either or, yes or no, should I, shouldn't I. There are pros and cons, right? This is the card that says you have to transcend that kind of black and white false dichotomy thinking. You have to transcend the intellect, the logical mind, and tap into that moon energy. See, there's that little moon symbol in this card. And again, it's the moon, right? It all connects with this inner psychic activity, spiritual connection that we feel inside of us. Not listening to the jibber-jabber and the naysayers and all that, all the criticism. No, we're listening to our own voice, the voice of God, Goddess, deity within us. Okay? So here's the solution, and it is listening, tuning in by tuning out this stuff. And that's the 7 of swords. That's all the naysayers. That's all of the, that's the history of criticism, of being shut down, of you having this kind of straight idea, this path, this big inspiration, and then all these little other things kind of trying to poke holes in it. And really, what it feels like is you've got this big balloon of just love and abundance and enthusiasm. And someone, somewhere in your life, probably from childhood, but now it's something that we kind of do to ourselves a lot, just poking holes in that balloon, and all the water's just leaking out, and there's nothing you can do. Right? Really like deflating our excitement and our enthusiasm. And this is what we've got to tune out so that we can tune in to spirit. Okay? This is something that's going to lead to a lot of financial abundance for you, a change in your living situation, a change in your way of life, a change in your opportunities. You'll have more resources with which to do more big ideas, right? So it's it sets in motion a chain of events that I think is leading to real prosperity for you. The mystery card might be Wheel of Fortune, maybe. Let's go to the path of the serpent. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and it really does help out the channel, and I appreciate that. I really do. The Ace of Pentacles here. Spirit's telling me to ask about some sort of talisman or amulet that you have. It feels like it's a protective amulet. I don't know if it's something you wear around your neck. It doesn't feel like a crucifix or a rosary. It feels like maybe it's a coin. Maybe it's a round. It could have a jewel maybe in the middle of it. But I feel like it's meant as a kind of, it could be one of those saint medallions. And I think it's meant to tune out some of this negative energy, right? And it feels to me like you have that. I don't think that you're wearing it. I think you need to go get it. Not that there's necessarily any magical power in that, but with our intention, with our energy placed in something like that, it becomes intensely powerful. We have to charge it, right? We have to charge it with our spiritual fire. And then it becomes a living being that we keep with us, and it does have the power to protect us, right? But we have to we have to give life to it. We have to charge it, activate it. Yeah. So it's, it may just be a piece of jewelry, but it's very important to you. And I think maybe it was given to you by a family member. And I think maybe you wore it for a while and you just kind of put it away in a jewelry box or in a drawer of some kind. Go get it. I'll wait. Yeah. And maybe think about, if you can, wear it, as often as you can. If for nothing else, as a reminder to tune out and tune in. Yeah. The Two of Wands here. I think that really is the need for you to have this kind of discipline and have this kind of assertiveness. And it's kind of, if there are still elements in your environment that are the naysayers, the critics, the people with, with unfounded opinions telling you that it's, whatever, infecting your mind with doubts, right? We've got the Two of Wands here that says we need to assert ourselves and distance ourselves from those kinds of people, cut contact with those kind of people. We need to take charge of our own life and be responsible for ourselves. And this is a very controlling energy, the Two of Wands. And I think this is the way we either feel as if we're being controlled by the environment, by things outside of us, or this is feeling like we are in control of our circumstances, right? Either way, there's this idea of control. Who wants it? You want them to have it, or do you want it? But there's also the reminder here that we cannot control everything. This card is called Dominion. There are things outside of your domain that you cannot influence, affect, or change, or prevent in any way. There are things that you cannot move. Don't worry about those things. Don't let those things bother you. Let's focus on what we can do. And what we can do is start that process. Start working on this big idea. Right? It will change your life. It's kind of one of these things. Change your mind, change your life. Right? I think I don't know where I heard that, but I like it. I'm getting an S name in your life somewhere. Who's the S person? Maybe the S person gave you the talisman or the medallion. Maybe it was from an S person. Maybe there's an S person who is one of these naysayers in your life. I feel like if that message is meant for you, you already know. You're like, yeah, oh, I know the S person. whoever they might. Maybe it's the person. I hope it's the person that gave you the talisman. I wonder if that is like a grandma or something. Maybe that is passed. Maybe they're the ones that had the restaurant or the kitchen, or they worked in the large kitchen. I'm not necessarily getting a strong, like, older female energy that's coming through, but I am getting the sense that there are guides, there are spirits with you, okay? Ancestor spirits, spirit guides. And I feel like one of them might be the person that gave you the talisman or the medallion. But I think the idea here is that you have a lot of energy supporting you, more than the energy that's against you, if that makes sense. It's like you have I'm feeling that you have a large spiritual army behind you. I know it sounds silly, but I feel like there are a lot of positive spiritual energies around you, a lot of guides, a lot of support. Yeah. Rely on those, communicate with those, open yourself up to that, and use that also for the strength, right? To tap into that lunar energy, to find your strength, your willpower, your discipline. Those spiritual energies cannot affect things on the physical plane, but they can empower you to do so, right? We can draw from their spiritual energy to activate our own strength, resolve, confidence, willpower, the fire. And the fire is what we need to make changes in the earth. Fire to earth, right? To manifest. So I think it is time that we take the first step in whatever the manifestation of this project is, this big idea. Let's take the first step, right? And I think we build momentum as we go. And we really are activating our powerful, powerful energy, your true self energy, right? Becoming the most empowered version of yourself. Yeah. Did the S person have, if they have passed, did they have an issue with their heart? Spirit's telling me something about I guess maybe the chest, maybe it's the lungs, but I kind of feel like there's a pulse to it, a rhythm to it. It feels more like a cardiac thing to me. Anyway. That death card at the end. I mean, that is you. And that, I think, is you activating your power, your spiritual power, your true nature, latent though it may be. To change your life, to transform your life. And again, this is it goes with all this fire energy. Having an influence to transform our life, that which is within our domain, right? Which is within your influence, the things that you can change. Do it. Assert yourself. Take the steps, take the necessary steps to unfold this great idea. Change your mind, change your life, and set into motion that chain of events that will change your life forever, I think, in the best possible way. Let's look at the mystery card. I wonder if it's going to be the Wheel of Fortune. I think some water would be good, though, too, right? We don't have any of that water. To me, I'm thinking either a 9 or a 10 of cups or the Wheel of Fortune. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments, okay? I want you to pick this one, really. Let's see what we have. Oh, another 2 of Wands. I was way out. Maybe you predicted the 2 of Wands. To get a repeat card, it shows emphasis. And there is emphasis on now us taking control of what's within our sphere of influence. Those things that we can change, we have to own it. We have to take responsibility for it, right? And this is empowerment. To put it in one word, this is empowerment. activating that spiritual power so that you can influence your environment, influence your life, change your life. Manifest that which you have this passion for, this enthusiasm for. Taking of control. Yeah. Very nice. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link that should be up here. If not, there's one down in the video description. All right. Doesn't always work, the one up there. I don't know why. New readings for Scorpio, usually Wednesday and Saturday, but this is a special bonus reading just for you. Okay. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Totally free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Okay. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.